feeling you, MP?
Well, first, go out of the coop, you go into the run, you eat your cabbage, you eat your food, drink your water, maybe play with some toys. Then at the end of the day, go inside the coop again, and it's over. Nice. Hey, your family went to Orlando last summer, right?
Sure did.
Good way.
Oh, sure.
Forward, number 3, Keldon Johnson. Starting in forward, number 40, Harrison.
Now that the regular season is underway, we can really start to see what these teams are made of, RJ.
Yeah, things will change throughout the year, sure. But in a lot of cases, these are how these teams are going to look all year long. It's time to see if it's all clicking.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Sharpshooters Curry and Hield pair as the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Moody in at the 3. Now here's Kuminga. Coming off a solid outing against Oklahoma City. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the technical free throw is good. And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news. But let's be honest. He is one of one. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
Now here's MP. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
And here's Curry for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Curry's gone 1 for 2 from deep. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked him about keys to the game. He said all roads lead to Steph Curry, in particular, his movement off ball. Coach said even when you try to switch, he finds little pockets of space, then he uses that quick trigger to beat closeouts. It's never an easy matchup. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Curry with a steal, and he gets the bucket. Curry's got 6 points.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Down low, Wembanyama. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Curry. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. 4-3. Rebounded by Johnson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Wemby doesn't even need to jump to throw it down. That's just crazy.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. 9 points in the game.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
MP, the pass to Wembanyama, and the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
And when Curry is shooting while in rhythm, he is lights out. Nothing you can do to stop him.
MP finds Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run. But when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit. So eventually, he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Warriors trail by 6. Outside Moody. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Buries it from 3.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So San Antonio ends up going with a new group and a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at New York, they're a rising team climbing to gone with almost an entire new group here. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Harrison Barnes comes in for Sohan. Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And MP subbed in for Harper. The 3 from Curry. Curry splashes it in.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Johnson and Barnes, your small and power forwards. De'Aaron Fox is out there with MP, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Outside heel, pass to Moody. Releases. Kuminga's shot is off.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "We're watching what Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. PA, back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. Outside Curry. Launches it. Rebound by San Antonio. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant. And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Pass to Wembanyama. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
I see some tough opponents. This is when you find out how much dog you've got in you.
Well, it should bring out the best in these guys. I expect them to rise to the challenge, Shaq, and take care of business. TCB.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the San Antonio Spurs.
You saw how they crashed the glass? That's Dr. O'Neill's School of Rebounding.
I did not. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Warriors trail by 10. Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Sharpshooters Curry and Hield pair as the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Moody in at the 3, small forward.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot, too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Kuminga. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. Kuminga's shot is off.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And the Warriors miss again.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
And he's going for the oop here. Oh, that's offensive interference. Warriors trail by 16. Outside Hield. Outside Moody. Pass to Hield. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's MP. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Looking like an old hand out there. MP working the two-man game to perfection.
Here's Hield. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, one, you got to take care of your body, and two, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And now that we have a minute, let's take a look at the best shooting teams in the association. Number 1, San Antonio.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open up the floor and find great looks. That's how they've secured such an impressive shooting percentage.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. To the inside, here's Curry, and that comes off the assist by Green. And that's now 30 points for Stephen Curry.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. One of the skilled, slow-down finishers. That's Harrison Barnes.
Oh, you've seen it out on the break, full speed, then suddenly that half-speed deceleration layup. That's a signature play from AD. The defense defense flies by, and he usually banks one in.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Here's Curry. Lays it up and banks it in. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Wembanyama, screen on Curry. MP, the pass to Wembanyama. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Curry against MP. Inside. Outside Curry. Fires the three. Barnes with the rebound.
The way he started this game, you wondered if he'd ever cool down, and the answer is yes.
MP, the pass to Wembanyama, and he banks in the layup. Wembanyama's got 40 points.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Curry looking it over. They double him with MP. Clock at 6. Green for 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Shot from inside, and that's good. Off the glass that time. Wembanyama's got 12 points in just the second half.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Curry, no good.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Here's MP driving to the basket. And so it's San Antonio. A huge 24-point lead for them. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot.
Group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Barnes comes in for Sohan. Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And MP subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. MP, the pass to Wembanyama. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Castle and Johnson are on the wings. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. And it's MP in at the point guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Wembanyama. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Back to Curry. Oh, MP with a block.
He anticipated it and he trusted it. MP said, not in my house.
And he's going for the lob. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. This is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
A multiple-time champion and relentless competitor. Curry's drive to be an all-time great, well, he's pretty much there.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Cornette's checked in for Wembanyama. Olynyk comes in for Barnes. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Castle. Outside Kuminga. The 3 from Curry. The rebound by the Spurs. Cornette's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And the basket by MP.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Pass to Green. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. You know, Richard, the Warriors have the third most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in '47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in '75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
Well, Jonathan Kuminga is one of the most exciting young players in the league. He's long, explosive, and right now it's about adding to his game. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Spurs.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
That one's good from Green, and the assist by Hield.
And this is where Green looks to score. He's comfortable and confident down low.
To the paint. Here's Cornette. Yet another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. And here's Curry for 3. Rebound by San Antonio.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. Throw it down. When he took off, I was not expecting that.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Out to Fox. On the wing, Vassell. To the middle. Poke loose. It's stolen by Kuminga. Outside Curry. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
All right, now.
Prolific play per usual from MP and leading his side to victory. Your effort stood out in more than one area. That means something to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. One of my first rivals, a kid.
Ryan, back to you.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce.
First, go out with the coop. You go into the run, you eat your cabbage,
Hi, everyone. We've got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. This one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at San Antonio. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's the Warriors. They're down there in the 10th spot.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
Now, Golden State's starting five. Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Curry. Then there's Horford. And Richard. What a key game tonight in the Cup. The second of 4 group stage games. Tonight, in a word, is huge.
Well, as you mentioned, Kevin, there are just 4 group games. So after tonight's game, both teams will have a much better idea of where they stand and what chances they have to advance.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. The 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's MP. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Curry with the bounce pass. Moody's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the inside. Wembanyama. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 4th assist in this one. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Inside, and stolen by Vassell. And a fast break now for the Spurs.
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
Curry with him. He has 6. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet. Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
MP against Curry. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball." Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, he's taken over. Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Curry, pass to Green. And stolen by MP. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Kelly Olynyk. And it's MP in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. They set the pick. Back to Curry. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
MP passes to Wembanyama. Oh, the
been effective at getting the ball inside.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's to Curry. Here's Richard. And a miss there on the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. 7-point differential. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be game 4 of the 6-game road trip. Down low, Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
From deep, Green. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio leading by 9. To the paint. Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Back to Curry to stop the run. To the middle. Here's Horford. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
The Warriors have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Barnes comes in for Olynyk. And it's Fox in for Stephon Castle. And Golden State also making a change. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Green.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Here's Curry. Here's Richard. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big...
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Kings matchup, although they appear to be the better team, they can't.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Kuminga out there with...
Look out! Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Warriors trail by 12. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the future is looking bright for the Spurs. On and off the court, they placed over $1 billion for a new arena and surrounding civic improvements in downtown San Antonio. I'm told nothing with the project has been finalized just yet, but clearly the Spurs are looking to help finance a new state-of-the-art arena in the near future, around Victor Wembanyama, no less.
Yep, a wonderful organization. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. 6 to shoot. Horford against Wembanyama. San Antonio with the rebound. Castle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Curry, wide open, buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Inside, here, and a slam from Wembanyama.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Back to Curry. Horford sets a screen for Curry. In the corner, Horford with it. Offensive rebound. That one doesn't go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Over the course of his career, being able to consistently score on the inside will pay off big for MP.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Curry kicks to Horford. To the inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
And Curry is really putting his stamp on this one.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
And it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Here's Curry with the three. Oh, Curry so accurate from three-point range.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Johnson comes in for Barnes. Harper, he's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Fox in for Castle. Here's MP. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, life is good when you have someone as young as MP showing that much poise running pick and roll.
To the paint. It's intercepted. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. MP's got 12.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Pass to Kuminga. by Hield, nobody around, and another three for Golden State.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
They set the screen. The drive by MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Hield against MP. Green with a screen on MP.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
And so it's San Antonio holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
And he runs their offense for a reason. He's got excellent vision. Wow, what a gift.
Best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off coming off of his screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
Here's Curry. And the rejection by Wembanyama. MP against Horford. Here's MP. And the layup falls. MP's got 14 points here in the second half.
That is a strong finish by MP, showing he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
MP against Curry. That one goes. Count it. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Here's Kuminga. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, Kuminga's confidence is growing down there. Now when he gets the ball inside, he's actually looking to capitalize.
And he comes up with the deuce. That's now 22 points for MP.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for San Antonio.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Really impressive what he did tonight. Total control of the offense, dropping dimes. They're going to look for him to lead the way again tonight.
And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Here's MP. Oh, he sledgehammered it in.
Climb that ladder.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Here's MP. Lays it up and banks it in.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
And Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. Backs against the wall, and they delivered.
Now let's go courtside with Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. Double figures in one category, double figures in another, and a win to top it off, MP? What more could you ask for?
Double figures in a third stat. Double figures in a fourth. Oh, and maybe instead of a regular season win, make it the playoffs. Game 7. No, finals. That's all I could ask for. Plus a yacht. Maybe a trip to Mars on a private ship. I got a big imagination, as you can see. So, I mean, please, don't limit me.
No limits here. Kevin, over to you.
Hey, Jen, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Alan LeBron.
Good game, MP.